when you moved abroad, you didn't just lose your favorite coffee shop, your circle of friends, your family, your culture, but very often you also lose your professional network. Back home, if you needed a referral, you needed a job lead, you needed to brainstorm with someone about your next career transition or your project, or you wanted to collaborate with someone, all you needed to do was pick up the phone or send an email or a text message. But now you're in a new country and maybe your professional network is zero. Now, I'm going to share with you today how you can actually build your professional network right from your couch. I'm going to share how I have built my network from zero to over 25,000 on LinkedIn. So I'm going to walk you through what I do. But before I do that, I want to share a couple of tips. First is you need to optimize your LinkedIn profile. If you're going to start connecting with people, you need them to come and check out your profile, because when you send a connection request, most likely they are going to go to your profile. If they don't know you, you've never met them, but you want to connect with them because maybe they're your target audience, you want to work at their company, you want to collaborate with them, they're going to check out your profile. And if it is bare bones, there's really nothing to showcase your expertise, what you want to be known for, who your target audience is, how you help them, what problem you solve for them, they may not accept your connection request. Or they may think you're an AI bot if you just have your name and just you've never posted anything. You don't have an about section. Your headline maybe just says expat coach. So it's very important that you update and optimize your LinkedIn profile, because then it's your calling card, it's your digital billboard, it's your website on a social media platform. And I help women optimize and update their profiles. I do one-on-one coaching, I do profile audits, and I'm also hosting a LinkedIn profile optimization workshop in August. I will share a link in the description. There's an early bird price of $39, or after that it's $49, and we will work together in this interactive workshop to get your LinkedIn profile to a level where people know who you help, what you do, etc., and they'll accept your LinkedIn connections. And even better, they might want to hire you either to work for their company or hire you so that you can provide the services that you offer. The second tip I wanted to share was don't accept everybody's connection request. I'm sure all of you are getting connection requests and you're so interested in growing your network on LinkedIn that you just accept everybody's connection request. Don't do that, because you're diluting your network. You might confuse the LinkedIn algorithm, because if you're just connecting with people who aren't really your target audience and who don't have similar industry expertise or interests as you, it's not really being very strategic. So I want you to think about and check out the profile of anyone who sends you a connection request. See, do I really want that person in the network? How will I benefit from having that person in my network? Will we collaborate? Could this be a potential client? Do I like the content they're sharing? Does it lift me up? Does it inspire me? Does it motivate me? So just keep all that in mind. There are also a lot of bots out there on LinkedIn. So they create profiles, AI profiles, and then they connect with you. And then the minute you connect, then they send you pitches trying to get you to buy something. They might even be able to see who your audience or your network is and start sending them connection requests and pitches as well. So be very intentional. When I first got onto LinkedIn, I did accept every connection request. But as I've been getting more clarity and I know who my target audience is, they're professional women living abroad, I do connect and accept connection requests from people who I think I want to work with, I want to collaborate with, I want them to join the Expat Women membership, I want them to hire me for my LinkedIn coaching, I want to learn from them, I want to invite them to be speakers at my events, at my summits, etc. All right, so those are the two tips. So I'm going to share my LinkedIn profile, but while I do that, let me introduce myself. I am Naina Kaputi. I'm the founder and CEO of the Expat Woman. I'm also a LinkedIn coach and consultant. And today I'm going to show you how you can build your LinkedIn profile from scratch. We can look at my profile. I'm sorry, how you can build your LinkedIn network from scratch. So I have 25,605 followers. When I moved to the US and I joined LinkedIn in 2007, I had zero connections and followers. And then, as I said, over the years, I've grown, initially not very intentionally, but over the last, I'd say, 5, 6 years, being very intentionally about who I connect with and whose connection request I accept. So there are three ways you can find people to connect with. The first one is you can go to my network. I just want to make sure you can see my screen. Yes. You go to my network and LinkedIn provides suggestions for you. So, first of all, at the top, you can see grow. It'll tell you if someone has invited you to connect. Right now, I have people who are inviting me to events. But if you have someone has sent you a connection request, you can check out their connection request and see if it's someone who you want in your network. For instance, this Catherine Coles, it says either I can accept her connection request or I can ignore her. I can go to her profile and check it out and see, is this someone I want to connect with? So for me, I look at their headline, I look at where they're based, I look at their about section. Are you ready to elevate your leadership? I, then look at where they're based. If they've lived in other countries, do they have any affiliation with international communities, etc. And I don't really see too much in common. If I look at her message, so she did send me a message. If I go back, let's go back here. So she says, this was her connection request. I saw your profile and wanted to ask, what is one leadership practice that has been most important to your team's success? I'm connecting with leaders to learn what is working well for them. Now, and Catherine, if you're watching, this is also a tip for you. When you're connecting with someone, don't ask them a question right off the bat, because first of all, they don't know you. Responding to a question takes a lot of time and effort. And I also feel that if I accept her connection request, based on what she just shared with me, she's most likely going to sell me something. If she had written, if her message had been, "Hey Naina, I see that you're working with expat women, and I am planning to move abroad, and I want to be part of this community, or I have lived abroad, or I'm interested in globally connecting with globally mobile women, learning more from you, joining your events, etc." Maybe I'd accept her connection request, but I'm not going to do it because I'm very intentional and I want to grow my network with the people who I want to work with, collaborate with, want them to hire me, etc. So I'm going to ignore it. Sorry, Catherine. Uh, Maybe in the future we could connect, but I'm going to ignore it now. Okay, I'm just going to show you that for now, and let's go back. So yeah, so the first part is the growth, so you can see all and see and keep cleaning it up. These are invitations to events. So right now, interesting that we're talking about professional networking, and this woman has invited me to attend networking in English for women who hate networking. It's pretty interesting. All right, when you go down now, because I have premium, LinkedIn is telling me about people who are hiring for my role. Right now, I'm not looking to be hired, so I'm going to skip that section. And then it's also giving me, because I connected with someone called Elaine Shrev, it's telling me about people who might be a good fit for my network. And so I'm looking through these again, maybe. So Louise Frank, she's an international school counselor and child protection lead. She, let's see what she does. I go to the, so she works for an international school. She's living in Kazakhstan, but she's also lived in the Netherlands. So she's someone, because she works with the international community, she's lived abroad. So I'm going to send a connection request. I'm not going to send a note because my profile, LinkedIn profile, is so updated and complete. It's like if someone looks, checks it out, I don't even need to say anything to her. She can see my profile, and from my profile, she can figure out why I am connecting with her, because I work with international women. So I'm just going to send it without a note. Maybe if I met Lewis at an event, maybe a virtual event, then I would send her a note saying, "Hey, Lewis, I met you at this virtual networking event and I'd love to connect with you." Okay, so this is an example of how you can find people that LinkedIn recommends you to. Now the second strategy is you go to the home page, you're going to use the filters, the LinkedIn filters. So say I want to look for expats. I want to connect with expats. So I put expat in the search bar and then I go to people. I look for second and third degree connections. That means people I'm not connected with. If I do first, it'll show me people I'm already connected with. Say I want to connect with people living in the San Francisco Bay Area because that's where I am. So I do show results, and then if I scroll down, so Sophia Linden, okay, so Geetika Ahuja, she helps thousands of tax helps save thousands of tax dollars for many of my clients because of incorrect handling of expat impact issues. So just from her name, I know she's from a different country. She's actually Indian based on her name. So that's helpful too. So I looked through her. She did her master's in India, Himachal Pradesh University. I know that because I'm from India, it's a state in India. And then now she lives in the US. So she's an expat working with expats. She's also in a group that I'm in, the expat network. So I'm going to connect with her. I could send her a note saying why I'm connecting with her, but I usually skip the notes. As I said before, people will check out my profile, and also when she gets a connection request, it will show the first few, I think about 50 characters of your headline, and then she'll know what I do. Like, I'm the founder of the Expat Woman, and that itself speaks volumes. And I'll be sharing in our optimization of LinkedIn workshop in August how to create a powerful headline which follows you on LinkedIn. Okay, so I'm going to send without a note. So that's the second strategy for finding people to connect with, either in a specific location based on a specific keyword, or based on a guess. That's it. And then the third way you can find someone is, again, you can use, say again, expat. I'm putting in expat, but this time instead of looking for people, I'm going to look for posts. Is anyone posting about expat? Of course, the Expat Woman shows up right on the top. That's my company page for my business, the Expat Woman. But maybe I'd look at this, Michelle Carby. So I am connected with her. I'm going to sort by, yeah. So you can sort by top match latest. I'm not going to do that. So I'm connected with her. But then I would look at maybe the comments, who's commenting, and then who's liking it. Is there someone I want to connect with? Now, these are all gentlemen. I focus on growing my network of professional expat women. So then I'm not connecting with any of them. Then this is Melissa's post just to all the expat families out there. And let's see in the comments if there's someone I want to. So, Karishma Rodriguez, reading her post makes me feel that she might be a good match. Also, her name is, she might point to that she's an expat. She's in Mexico. Yeah, so she's lived. So yeah, she's based. I don't think she's an expat. So, if she was in the US, she'd moved here from Mexico, any other country, I might have connected with her. So I'm going to look at who else is there in the comments, if there's anybody else. Okay, so Yasmin Worsters found that learn Dutch language training for international. So you see how from my headline, and I see the international, I see that she's teaching people how to speak Dutch. And then even her response to the comment, the visa and location package at Easy Spark. And then, you can just tell from her comment and from my headline that she is someone who I want in my network. So I go to her profile, and then you can see she has kind of fleshed out her profile. So and then she says, your Dutch language training for international teams. I could scroll down, and then, even in her about section, she says, after struggling for years to learn languages in high school, I realized it wasn't a me problem, it was the way languages were being taught. That's a great start to headline, because then you want to read more. She's got a good featured section, etc. She's put her location as remote, so that just shows that she's kind of maybe a digital nomad or working with folks around the globe. And she's been in Belgium, she's been in France. See how helpful all this is. She did a bachelor's degree in Finland. She's a serial expat. I definitely want to connect with her. So I'm going to hit connect and send without the note. And there we have it. So, as you can see, these are three ways that you can find people you want to connect with intentionally and grow your professional network, either in the city where you live, or if you want to work with a global community, you want to collaborate with global community of women in your target audience, not just women, but anyone. Maybe, it doesn't matter. I'm very niche down on expat women. That doesn't mean you have to be, but just be intentional, strategic, and try and maybe connect with 5 to 10 people every week. Again, I don't want you to be spamming people and just connecting. Spend a little time, maybe one day a week. Say, I'm going to look for 5 to 10 people using the strategies Nina shared and connect with them. If you want to send notes, because a message along with the connection request, maybe it's something they shared in a post, in a comment, something they have on their profile, you can add that as well. And then you can also do the same thing with people who've connected with you. You can check out their profiles when they send a connection request, and then once you connect with them, you can send them a message, because this next step after building your professional network is nurturing your network. But remember, you've got to optimize your LinkedIn profile. You can work with me one-on-one, or you can join my workshop in August. The link to the LinkedIn optimization of your profile workshop is in the description. And if you like what you just watched, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to this video. Hit the notification bell so you can see more videos like this. I do videos about LinkedIn, about YouTube, about building your visibility as an expat, so you can get seen, you can get known, you can get heard, and you can get the recognition you want. And with that, I will say bye. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.